Alright, and we're back. So, as I load up Space Invaders, I'm going to let everyone trickle back in. Oh, hello, Wolf. You caught us at a great time. We just finished up with Elite, and well, E30 was complaining about that their quality was too low, so I'm trying to bump the quality up, and we're going to see how it is. And I apologize for those of you who can't hear me, which I'm going to put in chat. I apologize for those who can't see if the quality is too high. So yeah, the bit rate is set to 3500. Yeah, yep, I'm loading in. So actually, I am loading into my server I'm running. So yeah, I think so yeah, I'm loading into my private server that I'm sharing with Ezra and Eric. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens to your body. But I guess the biggest thing is we'll have to see how the bitrate is affected when someone else connects. It might be slightly different because this time I'm actually connecting via local host. Last time I was actually connecting through the forwarding, but this time since I'm connecting directly via local host, there should be less of an impact on my internet because at local host I have full 1 gigabyte speed. All right. So back when we last dropped off, I basically spent a lot of time building less boxy shaped ship. Ezra still thinks it's a box, and I kind of agree with him. But then I gave Ezra the ability to kind of finish decorating it. So we've been making lots of progress on our survival impossible scenario. However, as you notice, if you've been playing the official one, we have jetpacks, because we got tired of that. Alright, let's see if I can find Eric's cryopod and see what I can do about that. Oh, hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes. That should help you log back in. There we go. And all. Well, actually, building repair is going to grab your stuff momentarily. Yep. So building repair grabs your stuff. So you're not going to worry about losing your stuff. So as long as you're within the ship, within the range of the area, your stuff is just gonna get picked up, and it'll just go back into the pool. Don't tell me, yeah. This place. All right. So once we get off this rock, I think there's gonna be a lot. We're gonna be able to have a lot more fun once we get off this stupid rock. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, I just went ahead and double checked, and yep, because I'm not an affiliate yet, I do not have live transcoding. But it does seem like it's 720p, so that's probably better than 1080p. And Ezra, let me know in the chat if you're having the same kind of issues you were having before with connecting. I'm hoping that that was just a fluke and you're not having those issues anymore. And I will be going. I'm going to go ahead and join the chat momentarily back in Discord since we're now. Well, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, we should try out the voice chat stuff in Space News. I've never actually given it to tried it out, but we should probably just give it a try. But yeah, for everyone else, this is the carrier that we've been working on. Well, I guess it's not really a carrier. It's maybe a carrier, but we've kind of been working on this ship to get up off the ground. Admittedly, we probably could have gone with something a little simpler, but hey, we like to do things grandly. Yeah, I should probably go ahead and grab this and put this away. But yeah, this ship is kind of designed to carry multiple people. And I guess Eric's still having some issues. Alright, yeah, because I can't actually hear you. That's why I was wondering. Oh. Alright, let's try this again. Testing, testing. Yeah, I think that's right. I'll just switch over to Discord in a sec. Well, yeah, I'm gonna switch over. Options, audio, disable. Heal. Hey folks. That's fine. Yeah, you realize I am live. Yes. Yep. Well, at least you're not live while you're streaming. Well, luckily Reap's not here yet. It could get worse. Yeah, that's exactly. He'll just be there to give us bad jokes. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look at it. Might as well. At least it doesn't. At least it's not as much of a platform anymore. At least it's not a box. At least, well, I guess it kind of is a box. Okay, it's a triangle-shaped box. Yes, we 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 tu- we turned off the mod, so it's not as bad. But I would still keep an eye on it because oftentimes you forget about your O2 and you need when you most need it, it's all gone. If anything, it probably could give a warning earlier, but it's actually a nice warning to have. Yeah. All right. All right. Yes. The roval conference room and the roval. Okay. All right. No. Well, I'll check the sim speed. Sim speed is still 1.0. Yeah, it's fluctuating at its normal rate right now. Perhaps lower your quality because there's probably a lot of stuff that needs to be loaded in. So if you click the Shift F11, yeah, it kind of is. But yeah, I can't handle anything above high. If I go anything above high, I start getting horrible frame rate issues. All right. Yeah. Perhaps you need to table that discussion with the ship until later. All right. All right. I'm coming up to the projection room. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Well, that happens eventually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I get that. It's a slightly different kind of design. I feel like this kind of design is there's still a bit of interior. Okay. Yeah, this planet has too much gravity. Yes, you will. At least until we'll at least if you'll and so that's mostly because we're on a rover, and those weird things that happen when we turn dampeners on the rover. So that's kind of why you have to reinitialize them. Is the rover turns them off because the rover has them turned off. Yeah, your lucky hydrogen works seal. Because if you're, well, you missed it when we didn't have hydrogen. That was that was fun. Yep. Yeah, and for those that are watching the stream, keep in mind that this is kind of a private server. We're not really accepting new applicants just yet. We at in most cases we're mostly going to be accepting old friends of ours. So people we played with a lot, like Wolf for example, was immediately invited because he's been part of NST and Bean's community for like forever. So yes, and we're still gonna be welcome people to go ahead and apply, and but just be aware you might not get, you're probably not gonna get accepted, but we're still of course willing to bring on new faces. We just have to kind of vet things because remember this is a small server. We don't have any kind of fancy grief protection, so anyone we bring on we have to trust you a lot, which exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. And of course the situation might change eventually. It might get to a point where we feel like we can run a public server. And of course the main difference is you would have to have your own faction. We wouldn't be accepting you into all faction, but the situation might eventually change where you can join the server, you just can't join the faction. So that might happen eventually, but that's not in the plans for the near future. Yep. So Wolf, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a tour of some of the stuff. So go ahead and come with me. So oh yes, exactly. So over here, yes. Stay out. Don't go. Well, that's the wrong door. Come on. All right, here we go. This door. So going into the medical bay. Inside the medical bay, this is the only way to get into the Hanel. And I often get lost in the medical bay. But you go out of the medical bay and you go into the Hanel. And honestly, it would be nice if we had some doors on the side. Because, what about window doors? But anyway, over here is a little troop carrier that I built. So go ahead and come in through the doors, and be careful not to let the oxygen out. So the doors will automatically close, but you want to pause a little bit before opening the next door. But yeah, there's enough slots for people to kind of sit down. Yeah, potentially. I'll be spending some time remo- unboxifying the box on top. Yes. Yes, it's fun. It's definitely a fun thing, but yeah, as you can see, the ship looks nice, and then you have this ugly box on top. Hmm. Yeah, Wolf is kind of following me around, so I'll show him kind of different areas on the ship, and we'll probably both get lost it a few times. But this is kind of this is the primary bridge down here. So that down here, this is the our main bridge. Well, I guess there's probably another bridge because I feel like there's not enough seats there. But yeah, there's some more stuff over here. Yep. So over here is the unfinished area. So I'm gonna call this our unfinished basement. I'm in the unfinished basement. Yeah, I imagine there's probably gonna be some armor blocks in some of these areas. Because we have these contours down here, so there's probably gonna be some armor blocks sealing things up. Hmm. Yeah, that'll make sense. But we don't need this to be filled in to take off. We just need to get off this damn rock. And over here, this is the computer system. All these are all being used, I think. So every single one of these are actually being used. However, these six, okay, and these six ones, these all you can also use. So I have a mod which has micro programmable blocks. So these ones actually look kind of nice. These are pretty nice little, very compact models. So that makes it good for kind of compact computer systems. Yeah, I think so. Yes, and I'll finish up for people on stream. I'll just wander around, kind of show off the rest. I'll probably get lost. So yeah, here we are at the Hano Bay again. Mm-hmm. Again. And I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say you could use the build and fill for other stuff, but for the most part, I think it's more for refueling. That's what we need it the most. We need shitloads of stone, buckets and buckets of stone. So yeah, as you kind of, I am continuing to kind of just show off different little parts of the ship on stream as we kind of continue to talk. So right now I'm kind of in the unfinished area. Most of this is gonna all get filled in at some point. So I'm just kind of walking around the catacombs of the ship. Well, that might be hard to get off the ground. Yeah, the Revos. The good thing about the Revos is they generally. So I've actually looked into their code. I think the way it works is they're not going to detect any motion until they get within 3 kilometers. So as long as they're more than 3 kilometers out, they're only going to detect things like antennas. So part of that is the player antenna is only about 250 meters. So it's too small of a range for them to really detect you. Mhm. So I have a question. What's supposed to be behind this airlock? I don't actually remember. I wasn't there at the time. Well, I probably was, but I just don't remember seeing it. Cause I remember I kind of was going AFK at around that time. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to come in now. It's good to see you on. Yeah, to be honest, it will be. I think we all miss Bean's the community server that Bean used to run. We all kind of miss that. Yes, Eric is new. Eric is newer than Ezra. Well, good. Now we just need to get it off the ground. It's easy to get a rover on the ground, but can you get it to fly off the ground? And not by using your wheels to bounce up into the air and then slam back down the other in reverse. All right. Yeah, it's all scrap. Don't be careful what you scrap down. You have to think about what you're doing. This is a modified survival impossible scenario. I will be having a different scenario at some point, but for right now, this is all modified survival impossible, and kind of the goal is. Did you run into something? I think. Yeah, you ran into something. I think that's for sure. No. Yeah, give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm coming. I'm low on food. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. There you all. Yeah, you ran it. You definitely ran into a drone. Uh, you could call it a low rifle. Welcome home then. Talking about talking about that, Ezra, you were mentioning we could set up something up at the top for the dropship. Yeah, yeah. I feel like the deck guns need to be up a little bit higher. So the deck guns are good if they're kind of staggered out. So we would want the deck guns to actually have more clearance, so they could get so they would have to actually be above these guns. So in order for them to be useful, otherwise they're just gonna. That's a good one. I think I agree. That because that can file behind us. I think. All right, that's a good. I'll start working on that. Yeah, yeah, I might. Let's see here. Yeah, wheel popping is a keen thing, and it also, could very likely be partially because of the gravity. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Is move them out, grab the stone and take it over to Eric's rover. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I'm working on I'm working on setting up the deck gun. Well, no, not the deck gun, but yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, that will do it. That sounds normal. Uh, connection. y- Yeah, there isn't any issue on the server. I still have connection on the server. So yeah, I'm getting some freezing too. I'm gonna check on the server in a moment. Yeah, server sim speed is still at 1.2, but yeah, I'll take a look and see. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we probably have too many stuff loaded. So I think what we need to do is I might actually have to go ahead and install the cleanup mod, and we'll just have to make sure that everything has a beacon and it has a name. But for now, I think I can just restart the server and see if that fixes things. Because I'm thinking I want to add another mod anyway for a airtight connector. So I'm just trying to find the right mod. Yep. Yes. Well, about as long as it will take to restart the server. All right. Yep, and don't forget to give everything a name. So yeah, and you'll probably have to deal with some connection issues. It seems like because we probably have too many entities, and I think it's too much for our clients to handle. Because I'm even getting occasional freezing, but I'm probably it's a lot better for me because I have my rig is a lot more powerful. Yes, I have a direct connection and I have a more powerful rig. But I don't think it's connection. I think it's the rig itself. I think I think we have so many. The fact it says client simulation speed that indicates it's not a connection issue, but it's actually an issue with like loading the game. So like quality and whatnot. So that means we have too many entities. Which looking at the entity list, well, the entity list took a few seconds to actually load. We have tons and tons of load grids. All right, go ahead and do that. Turn it off. The reavers won't go after if the beacon's off. And the mod doesn't care if it's off or on. The mod just cares that it's there. So you just need to turn it off. The mod is not gonna kill. It's just you just want it to be off. No, it doesn't even have to be welded. Yes. So the most important thing is one, it cannot have the word grid in it. That's part one. It cannot have the word grid, and two, it cannot actually have. It cannot. It must have a beacon. So yeah, it's gonna be like that, and I'm also looking for the conveyor mod that conveyor mod with the connectors that I actually like to use. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna start getting things together for adding the cleanup mod, and I'm also gonna add a two other mods that will help for building the Hano Bay while I'm at it. So I'm gonna pull that list together while everyone's kind of scrambling to get everything else named. All right. So yeah, make sure you have your grids named. I will still be able to go through the backups because if a grid is owned by a player, there's gonna be a backup of it. But that will just be more frustrating to deal with. But I'll have that we have that as a backup, but I would prefer not to have to do that. Yes, and don't forget to disconnect any of the minor any mine. Make sure to disconnect the miners and then give them a name. Like the Cerberus has a name, but I don't know if the other one, every single one of the other ones have a name. Okay, okay, okay. I don't actually know if everything has a name, but I figured most of them probably do. All right. Of course, it has the name you don't you thought it was a horrible name, but yes, it has a name, and it does not have the word box in it. Yeah, ideally once we run the cleanup, we can probably disable it for a while. We just need to clean up a bunch of the extra trash. No, it's best to just get everything that you need that's there, and then I'll do a reboot of the server, and we'll get that fixed. I think that's just the best. So basically, give me the all clear when everyone's ready, everyone's safe in a cryopod. Basically, give me the all clear once everything's all good to go. Yep, medical bay. All right. So yeah, basically give me the all clear when everything's all good. All right. I am going to go ahead and do that momentarily. Yeah. Well, it took us some time to actually reach the point that we needed to do it. So for those on the stream, we will be back in a moment.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to mute them.
I'm not muting. I'm putting the intermission on so we don't have a menu screen on the page. So that they can still hear us. Yes, they can still hear us. And I haven't really been paying attention to chat, not that anything's been happening. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any people. I basically uh, my the normal page I check to watch chat, I basically put in the background because I'm futzing with fixing the server. So I can't see chat because I'm fixing the server. All right. Yeah. All right. Mods added. Let's go ahead and click the save config, and now go to plugins. So we need to get the cleanup plugin. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Mhm. Yep. So yeah, I just have to find that plugin. Yeah. No, it probably doesn't. Oh well. Oh yeah, that and so to be honest, there wasn't much there. It's so it there is it's basically there's an elite reactor and a little bit of other stuff. So not much there. So it wouldn't be a huge loss. Yeah, I have to find the right plugin for that. Well, no, that would be a mod. That's a mod. That's a mod. But there was a plugin for the beacons. I just have to find it. Well, normally it's probably not Wolf's fault. I know. uh, so from the research I'm doing, it seems like it might just it's already a part of Torch. So apparently there's a cleanup command. Well, Wolf, do you have your engineering degree? Because you need to have your engineering passport to enter the station. I'm joking. well, well, did you engineer your frameshift drive in time? And now we're just making elite jokes, elitist, elitist jokes. It, it's not, it could be worse. It's not horrible. But I'll probably mute Ezra if he goes off on a tangent too much. Uh, now, too many into Windows are annoying. Yes, I did. No, I can only blame you. I can blame you about 99.999 ball. Okay, I'll blame Wolf for the 0.00 ball one. uh, all jokes aside, they're usually not that bad. But I think he already knows that. He've ran into a few people on Asgard in the lobby. All right, so the server's back up, and I'm gonna try and run the cleanup command, and then we can kind of hop on. All right. Yeah, I think that's what Realms of Asgard has, because they basically wrote a mod to run it. Yes. All right. 869 grids have been deleted, which probably includes that tiny little outpost I put up in space. All right. So I'll transition back over, and now welcome back, guys. Sorry for the long technical difficulties. We just had to fix some issues that were unexpected. So I apologize for that. Yep, it did. Yes, I can see that. Don't make me put the family friendly tag on the stream. And that so yes, too many in the windows, and I'll put that family friendly tag on. Yes, you've been pretty good. Yes, I agree. You have been pretty good. Mhm. Yep. Mhm. Tuh. I yes, I could, but I don't. I'm too just like you. I'm too lazy to figure it out. Yes. Well, you're the macro expert, so of course it's not too hard. All right. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, that. All right. Let's try to do this restore again, so it restores into the original spot. Let's see. So basically, the grid of mine that got deleted. There we go. No, I just ran the command. If you'll, as you've probably seen on stream, I just ran the command to restore it to its original location, and I accidentally forgot to add the the original location on it, so it restored right on top of our ship. So I basically said, okay, I'll delete it and I'll restore it again. Yeah, it got to the point it was affecting my computer, so it probably was pretty bad. Yeah, true. Alright, welcome back. Pretty much it. Well, I think Ezra's in the same boat as you as far as being on an old GPU, so. Well, yeah, you have a 970, so it's not. You have a pretty good one. It's just starting to die on you. Yes. Well, I would rather run mine on extreme. I can't even do that. So, exactly. It's not the code, it's the computer. The code's fine, it's the computer itself. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Well, Yeah, I'm getting that too. Yeah. Well, good. All right. So it definitely seems like there was some issues with the documentation for the grid backup restore. So I'll mess with that later. But anyway, I see the store is making progress, and I'll now that I have the mod that I was looking for, I'll go up to the top and make some updates to there. So let's see, conveyor. So this also includes some new another set of conveyors. So these are older conveyors. So the KC mounted conveyors. One of the things it had was an armored conveyor, armored connector. So the KC armored connector. This is a much older mod. Supposedly, there might be something broken with the mod according to the mod owner's page, but I haven't actually noticed any issues with it. So we're kind of gonna be playing by ear. Okay, yeah, you should have. I considered adding the elevator mod, and I think the reason I decided not to initially is I think there were some issues with that on servers. But at least that's what I've heard rumors of. I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, the reason I wanted to add this armored conveyor is I realized that with these blasto blocks, the previous conveyor might not have sealed. So this armored conveyor will ensure that the store down below will actually be sealed. That and it allows it to be a lot more flush. We don't have to put a conveyor up above. We can just have it basically very much flush with the actual rest of the ship. hmm So basically now we can now land our ship and it can basically lock against And I also ended up going ahead and adding the attachment mod. I I considered I basically considered not doing it for quite a while, but it might be useful at some places because this is gonna be more stable than using a rotor for things that need to be small. And to be honest, the electronics panel is actually a more balanced version of that mod. Yeah, it's also I feel like it's a bit more stable than trying to do something with a rotor. I would not say on a big public server that it's a mod really for a public server because it feels a little bit cheaty. It doesn't feel super balanced the best. But yeah, I can add the elevator on the next run. Yeah, but yeah, I have a question. What was kind of the idea with the design of using the blaster locks? Oh, that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move the troop transport over to the top. Yes, the refiner eat all stone. They're hungry for stone. Hungry, hungry hippos. Yep, Waterstone. Who would have guessed? Well, change out of creative. All right. Out of the few things, this might be Wolf's fault. All right, let's check the. I heard a boom, but I wasn't sure what it was. That's the new mod that I added. They are airtight. So they are just a normal connector, but they are airtight. I don't. That's a different one. It's a. I don't know why one of them is 2 blocks long. Those. Those are the passageway. So those are passageway connectors. So there are two different types of airtight connectors. There are the KC airtight connectors, and those are like a normal block. And there's also passageway connectors. Those are good for like building an airlock that also acts as a connector. So they basically act as a door. Anyway, that the whole connector thing works perfectly. Yeah, up here. So I moved the carrier up to this spot up here. Yes, there's something. It's missing a box. It's missing the box. That's what's missing. Mm-hmm. Well, we have two wolf dragons now. So we have wolf dragon redundancy. However, one is better at conveyors than the other. And the other one is good at macros. Not that we're using the macros in Space Engineers. So are you gonna call this Crocodile Mark II? Okay. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, we need more lights. Where are you? Are you at, well, I had a bottle, but I just died. Well, good. That means we can take off, but we don't want to leave Eric's rover behind. Well, yes, but can it land anywhere? It can lift off, but that's about it. Uh, Someone slammed into me, so yes. I'm assuming. I was gonna say. I'm gonna assume it's Wolf Dragon because that's the one thing that Wolf has done in the past. Yes. Yeah. Admittedly, normally the only time I did the same thing. Wolf and I guess we had a contest. Whenever we were in the lobby, we would slam into people because, well, it's not like it's not like there was anything else to do in the lobby. That and slamming into the wall at terminal velocity is for fun. That was Yeah, you need thrusters everywhere. Oh, you theoretically you could use teal thrusters. So so that you could use T4 ion thrusters. So because you really only need the hydrogen on the bottom, because that's really to get it off the ground. But you can use T4 ion thrusters for actual lateral, and that'll give you more room to have a handle, because then you wouldn't have to worry about conveyor networks. You could do that too. Yes, I concur. Hold on. Two has a beacon. All right. So yeah, I am turning the weapons off now. Yeah, I think I turned on a few. I'm going to grab a seat momentarily. So I guess it's a Type 9 then. Hmm. But yeah, we're almost to the point, and for those of you who are watching, and yeah, we'll we now can get off this rock. Well, we're still gonna die a lot, but we won't die from falling to the ground. I'm not superstitious. No, I'm being realistic. Think about how many times we've died just on normal gravity. And I did some things to supposedly if the Space Engineer's code works like I'm assuming it's going to work to reduce the effect of the jetpack in space, so we're not going to be going any faster than you would normally go. But there's no guarantee that we're not going to be going at super high speed in the jetpack. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, yes, you need to finish up your vehicle. However, you could probably wait on finishing your vehicle. You could take another vehicle and just use it to start grabbing parts. That was just me turning a grid back on. Nothing to worry about. Well, I had turned it off, but when I turned it back on, for some reason it disconnected. Oh, okay, yeah, because I need to load more stone on it because it actually ran out of power last time. That's why I turned it off. So it's actually I need to get more stone on it. Actually, yeah, yeah, never mind. It got loaded with stone when it was connected, so it's good. So yeah, I'm actually. I think I should be able to use this little ship to go pick up some components like or whatnot from the rover, but I'll need someone to move the little welder so I can grab components. Yeah, and that's where from now on we can just use the attachment pad. All right, watch out! Don't get squashed by a big ship. Well, it's a much bigger ship than your engineer. I call it compact. It's not super small, but it's also not super big. Yeah, the block needs to be turned into a nacelle. Yeah. Yeah, something weird's happening. I walked onto the ship and I died when I walked at it. Yeah, that's the thought. Yeah. Oh. All right. The building repair stole it. All right. So I have another solution. So I've been using the P, but I have another idea. Instead of using the parking brake to connect the connector, I'll just create a new group for the connectors. Because apparently, because that's the issue, is the connector. I think the connector is interfering. The landing gears are interfering with the connector. I'll just turn it back on. Oh, okay. Turn it. Yeah, go ahead and turn it back on before I re-land. Okay. All right. All right. There. Let's see here. Oh, no, that not. Yes, it is, and I'm not embarrassed one bit. Yeah. Let's see. Connector. I have a solution for this. Turn off the strength. Unlock the connector. I'm going to reconnect, but I'm turning off the connection strength. Because that's probably what's causing the issue, is the connection strength is basically pulling it down. Well, I haven't actually connected it yet. Oh. Oh, okay. I was like, alright, yeah, that's, well, yes, communication is an issue if you don't tell, yeah, communication can be an issue. Well, it's still having the phantom issues. So, oh, that's probably it. I guess the solution is don't get out of your seat while inside the rover, and well, oh yeah, you, all right, let's get back well, yeah, now it's basically not being able to lift up. It got thrown off and it got damaged. It got severely damaged because of and I was trying to get into it to actually lift it off, but you turned the connector off before I could get in. No worries. Yeah, it's still repairable. I'm not gonna. If anything, it's kind of a tad bit too big. So yeah, I, I'm kind of done for the day with it. Nope. H save. Well, All right. Well, so all right. So with that, I think I'm pretty much done for yeah. And so guys, I'm actually gonna be going ahead and muting Discord. Please go over and go back to the stream so you count as a viewer. And I want to go find someone in this someone new in the Space Engineers community to give a rate. So just give me a moment. I need to get a bottle because I need one. But yeah, I want basically. So I'm definitely myself, and I'm gonna go find someone to rate. All right. So I'm just gonna give it some time for them to unmute their stream. Don't forget to unmute your stream. So thank you everyone for coming to coming. I am actually going to go ahead and it's a little bit past when I was planning to go off, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to head off, and I'm gonna find someone new to rate. So I'm still waiting for all folks in voice to join. Yep, I see them trickling back in. And I'm gonna move it over to the final scene as I start looking for a raid target. Cool. So yeah, I'm turning off the music because I need to go listen to go onto Twitch and listen to another streamer. So I need to find someone new to basically give a raid. See here, let's find someone who has like 103 viewers. See here. See. All right. Let's see. So let's see if this guy actually notices, responds, and that's one of the things that I want to make sure is that anyone I raid, if they're not responding to chat, I need to raid someone else. Yeah, this guy isn't actually responding, so I'll probably find someone else. All right, let's see this guy. Also has 3 viewers. Alright, so bear with me. I'm still looking for a good target. This guy looks pretty good, but he hasn't actually responded to my chat, but this guy looks pretty good. So we'll see. Yeah, this guy's not exactly being responsive to chat. So I think I'm gonna have to find someone else. Alright. Alright, perfect. We have a raid target. Perfect. Alright, so we have a raid target now. So I am gonna be raiding this guy known as the Hangry Beaver.